Who doesn't love going into the garden and pulling out beautiful, colorful carrots? It's just so satisfying to pull them up, and you can grow them in a rainbow of colors. So I'm going to give you some tips on germinating, how to grow them to success. I know a lot of people get forked or hairy carrots, so we're going to discuss all the difficulties in growing carrots, how to really have a successful crop, and what they love the most. Carrots are Latin named Daucus carota, and they are a biennial, which means that they make roots and leaves in the first year, and then in their second year of growth, they put out seeds. Well, we really don't have to worry about them being a biennial as vegetable growers, because we really just care about savoring these delicious, colorful roots. I've got 4 different colored carrots growing here, and it's been a really great year for growing carrots, so I'm just going to detail all of the tips for success. So let's start with germination. Germinating carrots is not particularly hard. You just have to remember a few factors. 1, carrot seed is super small. Carrot seed is lightweight, and if you were to sneeze into your hand, if you had carrot seeds in your hand, they would blow away. That's how lightweight they are. So when we sow them, we're going to make sure that they just get sprinkled along the surface of the soil and then lightly covered. We're going to take care not to plant them too deep because they won't germinate. We're going to take care not to blast them with the hose because the seeds will go flying everywhere. And we're going to take care that they do not dry out. They hate being dried out, and they will probably make spotty germination or not germinate at all if you allow them to dry out. Provide the right kind of soil. Carrots are soil picky. They're about as soil picky as any crop you could ever want to grow. So I recommend growing in raised beds because carrots are not going to grow well in heavy clay soil, soil with lots of rocks. If you've got tight, packed, compressed soil, your carrots are going to be miserable. So consider a raised bed that is at least 12 inches tall with nice, lightweight, high organic matter, maybe sandy soil, raised bed mix, whatever you've got that's nice and lightweight and not too tight or compact. They really grow hairs because they're starved for nutrients. So if they're growing hairs, it means that your soil nutrition isn't quite there. So if you've got lots of well-rotted compost in your bed, they're not going to be hairy. And if you don't have rocks and you don't have tight soil, they're not going to be forked. So there's your solution. Carrots, depending on the variety, can mature in as short as 55 days and as long as about 85 days. So within that range, we need to plant our carrots and keep them as cool as possible. That means we're going to sow our seeds in the early spring, late winter, early spring, or we're going to sow them in the late summer and baby them on into fall. So we've sowed our seeds on the surface, lightly watering them. They're growing in loose, well-drained, potentially sandy, high organic matter soil. We are destined for success. In about 7 to 21 days, our seeds are going to germinate. Carrot seedlings have this tiny and very sensitive little taproot. You could kill them pretty easily. So you want to get in there very gently and just thin your seedlings, because you probably sowed your carrot seed pretty thick like I do. And you're going to thin those seedlings to about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of space between each seedling. Giving them 2 inches of space is going to ensure that your carrots get to grow nice broad shoulders and grow to their full potential, but also going to make sure that there's not so much space that there's a potential for weeds to grow in between them. So 1.5 to 2 inches is really the sweet spot. So our carrot seeds have germinated and we've got them thin to their final spacing. Now it's really just important to keep them consistently watered, and they're going to grow on beautifully. Now if you added well-rotted, good quality compost to your soil, they probably don't need much in terms of fertility. Depending on variety, anywhere from 55 to 75, 85 days later, you're going to be ready to pick those carrots. And you will have a bit of an exciting surprise when you pull your carrots, because you can't always tell how big they're going to be on the root from just how the tops and the greens look. So if you want to figure out when they're quite ready, you can sort of gently dig around the base of the plant and check to see how wide the shoulders are. But you're going to firmly grab the carrot top at the base and gently pull up, and you can check out what kind of carrots you've got. A little bonus note, if you are someone who's watching this video saying, I can't make a raised bed and I have tight soil and I'm determined to try to grow carrots in my tight, rocky clay soil, fear not, there is a variety or two that will work for your soil as well. And that would be the variety called Oxheart. Also, there's a variety called New Carota, and there's a variety called Parisian. Those three varieties are kind of round and stocky, kind of heart-shaped, and they stand up better to tight, packed, rocky clay soil. So if you are determined to grow carrots, but you don't have that light, airy, fluffy mix that I was waxing poetic about, then you can try one of those varieties. But I really do recommend you put in the work to make a nice, light, fluffy bed because it's going to ensure success. Okay, that's all I've got for you. Carrots, germination to harvest. And if you have any other questions, be sure to let us know in the comments section. We also have lots of detailed information on our website and our growing guide. So be sure to reach out if you have more carrot troubleshooting. But I think if you follow these steps, you're going to have a lovely harvest. Happy gardening!